Today I'm going to be recommending changes to a specific scenario. In order to understand or change an environment, it is necessary to understand what the purpose and requirements for that environment are. The attached picture explains the scenario. First off, what is a point of sale, or POS? Every store that sells a product needs a point of sale system. Depending on the complexity of the system, a store owner can use the POS system to track inventory, payment processing, customer management. These systems could contain many different integrations which could increase the efficiency of the organization, such as inventory ordering, customer relationship management, or CRM, and in-depth inventory analysis. The options available can be overwhelming, as there are many things that could be done. It is always important that the POS is built to support the needs of the company to ensure a successful business. A point-of-sale system is generally associated with a merchant of some sort that helps with the processing of payments. This merchant will generally have integrations with credit card companies that approve purchases for its products. There are many different credit card companies currently in existence, which means the store owner will need to understand the highly used credit cards in its region. Because the credit card information is being transmitted through any means of communication, it is important that the company follows and maintains a PCI compliance. That is a payment card industry data security standard. This standard requires specific network and hardware specifications that will help protect data integrity and customer information. The network requirements to be PC compliant are a maintenance of firewalls and allow or make them so that it blocks foreign access, proper password protections, encrypted data, updated antivirus, updated software, restricted access, unique IDs for employees, scan and test vulnerabilities, and documentation policies. These steps have proven to be successful in protecting the customer and the organization. The picture lacks information relevant to any POS or computer environment. The operating system's network configurations and server details are not available to determine if anything is needed. I will need to assume that certain characteristics of the environment. Because the deployment is set up of 4 stations and 1 server, we can assume the deployment is simple and to the point. For computers with Windows operating systems through Cisco switches and routers to a server hosting multiple applications and services. Simple. The structure, although functions, will more than likely lack the necessary features to support PCI compliance. Given the current structure, I would work on upgrading the environment to ensure that the proper security measures are taken and increase productivity while creating an environment that will support growth. As far as the network, what do we need to do there? The VPN router will need to be replaced with an SD-WAN firewall solution. In this case, I would choose Cisco Meraki, which will help block and control access into the environment with a significant amount of ease. Additionally, DSL has been in many cases deprecated and replaced by broadband or DI solutions, which will help increase efficiency on server communication across the VPN. The firewall allows for easy configuration and requires less skills than the general network equipment. Additionally, the switches would be upgraded to Meraki-based solution to increase visibility and overall local area network control. Because the expense of purchasing a server equipment is high as an initial state if you're trying to implement an on-premise solution, we will implement a cloud solution using Microsoft Azure as its server environment to mimic a pay-as-you-go scenario. This will require a third firewall in Azure, a Meraki VMX, which would allow for VPN communications between the sites. What about the server environment? The server environment would exist in Azure, and to suffice the requirements for PCI compliance, we would establish a domain controller server with adequate Active Directory server configuration for user and device control, DNS server for name resolution and known malicious site blocking, data warehousing server for data repository, and database server for organized collections of data needed for reporting purposes. This environment will ensure the company will have the historical data for audits and business performance reviews. Additionally, it will pave the way for meaningful reports that can be used for business decisions. What about the computers? The computers would now have the necessary items to be managed through the network as well as a server environment. Deployment and removal of software can now be controlled and managed as well. As far as the antivirus solution, the company would use a third-party solution to ensure the constant updates and new viruses. Overall, these are some of the things that I would recommend implementing into this environment to help the overall security of it and efficiency throughout the entire company. Thank you.